John is 38, weighing 110 kilograms, managing type 2 diabetes. Jane is 32, weighing 85 kilograms, navigating high corporate stress and PCOD. Both are experiencing a metabolic standstill. Their bodies are currently resistant to fat loss because their internal chemistry is signaling their systems to store energy rather than burn it. We are beginning with a 72-hour protocol designed to clear this hormonal congestion, release retained fluid, and prepare their cells for the transition to fat metabolism. To follow this journey, you will need to set a strict timer on your phone and secure a 3.5-liter water bottle. Establishing this schedule is the first requirement for shifting the internal signals that govern your weight. Before we can focus on fat loss, we have to address the metabolic traffic jam preventing nutrients from reaching the cells efficiently. For John, diabetes means his cells have become resistant to insulin. This leaves sugar to accumulate in the bloodstream, forcing the body to prioritize storage. Jane's high stress and PCOD trigger chronic cortisol spikes, which keep her insulin levels elevated even when she isn't eating. When insulin is constantly present in the blood, lipolysis, the breakdown of fats, is effectively inhibited. These elevated hormones create a physiological barrier. Weight loss becomes impossible while the body receives constant signals to keep its energy stores protected. To change the result, we must first lower the insulin signal to allow the body to access its own fuel. Step 1 is a 12-hour eating window. This means all meals are consumed within a specific block, such as 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., followed by 12 hours of total digestive rest. This week, the objective is not calorie restriction. The biological priority is exclusively the timing of the meals to allow insulin levels to subside overnight. Giving the digestive system 12 hours of inactivity allows the pancreas to reduce insulin production, providing a necessary break for the metabolic machinery. For John, this rest period prevents constant sugar spikes, allowing his baseline insulin to begin its first real descent in years. For Jane, finishing her meal early and sleeping through the fast lowers morning cortisol, the hormone responsible for stubborn abdominal weight gain in PCOD. By the third morning, most people report a reduction in morning grogginess and a sensation of being physically lighter. This simple time restriction is a powerful tool to force the organs to reset their baseline hormonal signaling. Step 2 requires drinking 3.5 liters of pure water daily to support the kidneys during this transition. You must eliminate all liquid calories, including packaged juices, sodas, and sugar in your coffee, as these trigger an insulin response that will negate the fast. Excess weight often involves significant inflammation and water retention. Each gram of stored carbohydrate in the body binds to approximately 3 grams of water. As insulin levels drop from the 12-hour window, the kidneys receive a signal to release excess sodium, triggering a rapid flush of retained fluid. This process clears the metabolic fluid dam, shrinking cell volume and helping blood circulate more efficiently. Within 3 days, John's facial puffiness will begin to vanish as his body releases this inflammatory fluid. Similarly, Jane will see a reduction in the swelling around her ankles as the fluid retention linked to her PCOD and stress begins to subside. It is important to realize that this initial weight loss is the removal of inflammation and water weight, not yet a significant loss of body fat. However, clearing this fluid is necessary to prime the mitochondria for the more intensive fat-burning phases that follow in the coming weeks. You now have the exact 72-hour protocol to complete this initial baseline shift. By lowering insulin and clearing the fluid dam, we have addressed the primary hormonal barriers that keep the body's energy stores inaccessible. In Episode 2, we will build on this foundation by addressing the specific nutritional formula for your first meal to ensure your insulin levels remain stable throughout the day. As you begin Step 1 tomorrow, let us know in the comments which journey you're following. Are you starting from a position like John or a position like Jane?
Thanks for watching Body Science School. Please like, share, and subscribe the channel for more.